Good evening, couch timers. This is just one of 1,000,001 different videos that's going to come your way from Couch Time Chronicles. And I took my time speaking on this topic because it was so bizarre and everything that's been happening. Like, I had a couple of different topics, as you probably already saw, different topics, different things that I'm going to talk about. I have a co-host this evening that's probably going to pop up really soon, just sporadically. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. What I really want to do is I want to get right to it, and I want to talk about some of the things that I've seen over the past week that are entertaining, alarming, infuriating, and just downright crazy. And the reason why I say that is because, okay, let's go down the list. There's a young lady by the name of Michelle Wolf. I didn't know who she was until I watched the 2018 correspondence, the presidential correspondence dinner. I didn't know who this young lady was. I had never heard of her before, but I knew that, and I watch all the correspondence dinners. Every single president, I watched the correspondence dinners. I watched, I watched Norm Macdonald tear the house down, Stephen Colbert, recently like Larry Wilmore. And, I really enjoy these correspondence dinners. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I have something in my eye. I really enjoy these correspondence dinners. And for me, okay, let me just be honest. This is why I watch the correspondence dinners. I watch them because, to me, there are very few things in life that are funnier than watching old white Republicans squirm in their seats while a comedian is up there and just saying what's true and what's funny. A lot of people will argue that what Miss Wolf was saying this night was not funny. I would disagree with that. They invited this young lady to come and do what she does. They invited her for a reason, okay? They didn't invite her because they had never heard of her before. Regardless of what, the correspondence, I believe it's called the CHA, correct me if I'm wrong. Regardless of how they distanced themselves from this young lady after this took place, it doesn't matter. They hired her for a reason, and they knew that she was going to stick it to them. And I got to tell you, I loved every single second, every single moment of this correspondence dinner. Mainly because, it was a little bit hard to swallow. Okay, let me go into the first clip. I'm going to go into the first clip, and you guys tell me what you think. And I really want you to be honest, because I'm telling you, when I watched it, I was dying. I was laughing so hard. Mainly, and it wasn't just because of the jokes. It was because of how everyone in the room, to watch their behavior, as if this young lady was saying something that they had never, and a lot of people argued, well, this is the presidential correspondence dinner. There's a time and place for this. She could have done this on her own platform, on her own stage, but not for the correspondence dinner. This is my co-star because he's getting into my couch time. And I have to put him up here to make sure that he doesn't get into it. So, that's Simba. So yes, Michelle Wolf, she made a lot of people uncomfortable. Let's go to the clip and let's watch.
Mike Pence is also very anti-choice. He thinks abortion is murder, which, first of all, don't knock it till you try it. And when you do try it, really knock it. You gotta get that baby out of there. And yeah, sure, you can groan all you want. I know a lot of you are very anti-abortion, unless it's the one you got for your secret mistress.
Okay, now, is abortion funny? Here's the thing. We are all different people. Is abortion funny? No, I don't think abortion in itself is funny. Okay? But she's a comedian. She tells jokes. All right. And everyone was saying that is horrible. Like, and don't knock it till you try it. And you really have to knock it. You got to get that baby out. I mean, listen, it's not everyone's cup of tea. But what I found interesting is that nobody seemed to have a problem. I mean, like nobody addressed when she said, everybody thinks that abortion is wrong until you're getting an abortion for your mistress. And the room, and it was almost like just a hush came over the room. And there's a reason for that. I mean, a joke has to have a premise. You'll hear me say this on many occasions. A joke has to have a premise. And if the premise is not true, the joke is not funny. Okay? I'll give you one of my favorite jokes really fast. It comes from Michael Collier. You may have heard this joke or seen this joke. And Michael Collier says that a black man, a white man, a Hispanic, and an Asian man, they all climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Now, if you know about this mountain, it's a symbolic mountain. People jump off this mountain and sacrifice their lives for different spiritual reasons, just all sorts of different reasons. A black man, a white man, a Hispanic, and an Asian man, they climb Mount Kilimanjaro. The Asian man says, "This is for my people," and jumps off the mountain. The Latino says, "This is for my people," and jumps off the mountain. The black man says, "This is for my people." He grabs the white man and tosses his ass off the mountain. Now, the reason why this joke is funny is because there's a premise to it. Okay? Now, some of you may not like that joke, but here's what's funny about that joke. It's interchangeable. It's interchangeable. You can throw whoever you want to in whatever order off that mountain. Okay? And it's still fucking fun.
Of course, Trump isn't here, if you haven't noticed. He's not here. And I know I would drag him here myself, but it turns out the President of the United States is the one pussy you're not allowed to grab. He said it first. Yeah, he did. You remember? Good.
He said it. Now, why is that funny? Ask yourselves why that's funny. Donald Trump said he grabbed a woman by the pussy. We all know that. Now, I'm not going to say a majority of Americans, but I'm going to say there's a good deal of Americans living in the United States that think that Donald Trump is a pussy. And the fact that she said he's the only one who's not here, and ironically, he's the only pussy that we can't grab. I'm sorry, like that's funny to me. And she hasn't apologized. I don't think she should apologize. And if you watch the news, like these people, if you watch, like they're going nuts about this. They are going nuts about this. It was vulgar. It was terrible. But the fact of the matter is they're not going to be happy no matter who's up on that stage. When Stephen Colbert tore the ass out of George W. Bush, they were not happy. Larry Wilmore went up there at President Obama's final correspondence dinner and said, "You know what, Mr. President? You my nigga." They hated that. They were going to hate this young lady no matter what. And her attack on Sandra Huckabee Sanders, I believe that's her name, the spokesperson for the president. Everybody's talking about, I can't believe, she was so brave. She sat there and she didn't cry. She didn't run out of the room. Are y'all fucking serious? This woman takes abuse every single day. Them jokes wasn't nothing to her. Do you know what she's being paid? To go out there and defend the president of the United States? Stop it. Congratulations to Michelle Wolf. I thought she was brilliant in what she did, and I don't want her to apologize. It was funny, okay? The shit was funny. I loved it, and I can't wait to watch it again. Now, let's talk about Kanye for a minute. I'm going to keep it brief with Kanye because this is so complex. There's so many different levels to this, but I'm just going to attack the issue. Okay, the immediate issue that everyone is talking about. The problem that everybody had with Kanye was He said that slavery was a choice. Okay, first of all, I want y'all to know Kanye is not that fucking stupid. He worded it wrong. Okay? He worded it wrong. Now, whether he worded it wrong on purpose or on accident, now that's something that I'm gonna have to dig a little bit deeper into. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, Kanye West is not a fucking dummy. He's not a dummy. Yes, he's a college dropout, but Kanye didn't come from the hood. He did not come from the hood. Do your research. Kanye West lived very well. Well, he certainly didn't live in poverty, okay? Kanye West did not live in poverty. So his remarks that he made, it infuriated a lot of people, and I understand that. I was thrown off by it. I was very thrown off by it because he did not make the distinction between physical slavery and mental slavery. Okay? How many of us now, we were so quick. When I say we, I mean black people. We were so quick to jump on Kanye for what he said. But nobody's talking about now. What Kanye said, 90% of it was, you know what I mean? It was out of context. It was just it was not aligned with any kind of factual basis. But there was 10% of what Kanye said, and that's what people are not talking about. There is 10% of what Kanye said that made sense. And I don't care whose feelings it hurts when he says we are mental slaves in 2018. Yes, yes, yes. But he said slavery overall. And that was his mistake. Okay? Physical slavery, yes, we had no choice in that, Kanye, and you know that. Kanye is not stupid. I'll say it again. He knows what he's doing. But check this out. We're talking about Kanye. In 2018, we are attacking Kanye for having a political affiliation with a president who doesn't give a damn about us, right? I'm about to show y'all a couple of pictures. Check this out. James Brown, Sammy Davis Jr. And what I want people to understand is that I understood a certain aspect of what Kanye was saying. I need people to understand that first and foremost, because he said it, but he said it fucked up and it was out of context. Okay? I was just speaking with my best friend recently, and I said, I see it every single day. I'm in Kansas City streets every single day, whether I'm going to work or going to get some fucking Burger King, man. I'm in Kansas City streets every single day. And I see what's happening. I see my people shooting my people. And Kanye addressed this. And that's kind of like the elephant in the room. Everybody's talking about Kanye being all buddy-buddy and hugged up with Donald Trump. And then he went on TMZ and he said some real shit. He said, listen, everybody's talking about Donald Trump and this and that and the other. I come from Chicago. I was born and raised in Chicago. I saw 700 teenagers get shot in 1 year. And ain't nobody rioting, ain't nobody picketing, ain't nobody doing shit. As a matter of fact, ain't nobody in my city going to vote. He said that shit. And now who's denying it? Who's denying it? Now, I know a lot of y'all's pissed off right now and you're saying, listen, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's a black community. Black people live around black people. Of course, there's going to be black on black crime. It's a fucking ghetto because it's all black people living in the same horrible conditions, the same horrible education, the same horrible job situation. So, of course, black people are killing other black people. I think what Kanye was really trying to say was, okay, what are we doing to change our situation? Are we comfortable in our situation? I mean, we can march all the fuck we want, but what the fuck are we doing? And he was calling up on other celebrities to do the same thing. Go and watch that interview again. He said, I'm the only one who's coming out and saying this shit. He said that. Listen, I'm not agreeing with Kanye at all. He's a fucking idiot. As a matter of fact, he should stick to doing his music. Do your music. Because unless you learn how to speak in the right context, it falls on deaf ears. Because a lot of people is pissed off at Kanye right now. I'm one of them. Because I know Kanye is an educated fucking man. He's a genius. And I know that what he said on TMZ, he meant to stir up controversy. He knows how to put shit in the right context, but he didn't. And that's why I'm pissed off at him. So know that. I mean, I love Kanye. I love his music. I love Kanye's music. He's a fucking genius. But, come on, man. I've said it before. He's doing what he has to do. His album comes out next week. And them new Yeezys, them $200 sneakers, they coming out in July.
A choice. Like, it was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all. You know, like, it's like we're mentally